If you want smoky wings and you have hooded eyes, keep watching this. I do not have the most hooded eyes ever, but I do have a fold right here at the outer corner of my eye, which for me and the type of eyeliner or eyeshadow that I like to do that lifts up toward the tail of my eyebrow is therefore in the way. So say whatever you will, but just follow this if you feel like you've got a hooded eye, and then let me know afterwards if you feel like it helped, because it's helped a lot of people. So the prep for this side was minimal eye cream, minimal skincare, just a little bit of concealer on this brush to prime and sort of prepare, and then a tiny bit of neutral setting powder. Next, I'm going to take a neutral eyeshadow palette. This is a Makeup by Mario, and I'm using this brown shade right here with this little domed sort of pencil brush from KJH Spectrum number 18. Now, the way in which you're going to pick up the product is very important. I'm going to pick up the product with the tip of the brush exclusively, not the side, but the very, very tip, the very top. And then I'm going to relax my face completely. Like, I have a sort of two facial positions. I have this, which is my natural sort of state, and then I have this, which is my, like, I'm taking a selfie. This opens up completely when I do that, but when I relax, it drops down. I don't walk around with my face like this the whole day, like around New York City. I'd like to think I do, but I don't. I'm normal and I relax. So what I'm going to show you now is you're going to hold the pencil brush directly on. It's sort of, you know, straight on versus like this. You're not going to go up, you're not going to go down, you're not going to go left, you're not going to go right. You're just going to go straight in front like a stamp. You're going to look straight into the mirror and you're going to literally stamp that color on in the direction. Well, first of all, in the place where the fold is the heaviest. That's kind of my sort of first point of contact. And then I'm sort of just maneuvering it around in very, very like minute millimeter sort of, if that, movements. And then I'm sort of wiggling it in between the fold a little bit and then bringing it up onto the lash line above the eyelashes. And then I'm just slightly lifting it up because there's enough product on this brush to really do the whole thing. However, when I let go, you'll see that the wing shape is there and it's sort of mostly developed. However, when I blink, you'll see a big space between the two, and that is where the fold is. Now, if I'd have done this with my eye closed and pulled like this and done a whole thing and stretched it out, there would have been a big portion of this that would have been swallowed by that fold. So this is why we're doing it with our eyes open, is because that's the way to see where that part needs to go. Otherwise, that part would have been hidden on itself. So now, to sort of fix that, I actually think this kind of looks like editorial and cute. It's like a cute little sort of graphic eye almost, and you could actually make something of that if you wanted to. However, I'm going to just stretch my lid a little bit and just connect that to that. I'm connecting this part to this part. And then I'm going to sort of check it. Okay, it's still straight. Because the objective of my eyeliner for me, and that I do on all my clients, is that I want it to look like it's coming straight out of the eye. I don't want it to sort of be any kind of, I want it to be visible and straight out of the eye and to elongate the eye. That's kind of, for me, what I like an eyeliner to look like. So if you don't like an elongating eyeliner look, then maybe this isn't the technique for you. I'm always kind of checking the first side that I did and maybe also adding a little bit more and sort of going back and forth. This is the same exact product and technique that I did over here. And then I'm literally just using the friction and that little bit left of what's in the brush to sort of blend and create the shape. Okay, so I'm 90% of the way there. I'm going to intensify the color ever so slightly at the root of the lash because that's the part that I want it to be the darkest. So I've added some more color to my brush. That's where my Northern English comes out when I say color. And then I'm going to go back to this side, which I've sort of kind of finished, but this side is now bigger, so I need to make this side a tiny bit bigger. And that's where I would say consider the brush size. This is a medium-sized pencil brush, but if you feel like you're gonna easily make this bigger than what you might want, you want to go for a smaller version of this, which would be the number 21 from KJH Spectrum, or any small pencil brush. Anyway, okay, so just popping this pressure there, bringing it out, pressure here, bringing it in, and then lightly, feather light pressure, using that same brush to just lift the product. Next, this is a reusable cotton round. I'm just going to take off the excess powder on here because I want the friction of this brush to keep working for me, but I don't want that color to transfer because I've already got it off. And now I'm just going to blend this a little bit more with that same brush just so that it's softer. I could even take some translucent setting powder here and blend it with that, and that would make it even softer again. If you are trying to do a wing liner with shadow, a little angled eyeliner brush like this is a good little hack to stretch the color that's on your face a little bit more of a different direction or longer. So Don't use any more color. Literally use what's on the face already. Then I'm taking my number 9 Spectrum KJH brush, which is a flat eyeliner brush. Already has a little bit of concealer in it, but I'm going to put a little bit more. This is Tower 28 in number CC. Making sure there's not loads on the brush. And I'm going to take the brush and literally just cut. Let me make sure I'm in the same position of both sides. I'm going to cut there to just sort of make a sharper line and then pull down from there. Using my finger to pick up excess because I don't want too much product there. Redefine this side as well, a little bit on the top. And then there's one little thing that's bothering me, and I'm going to tell you what it is. There's like a little sort of upness here that I'm just going to take with my angled eyeliner brush and just apply a little bit more there and sort of finesse with an angled eyeliner brush, because you can't finesse that much with the first brush that I use because it's round and not precision. This is pointy and precise, so you always want the pointiest part, the highest part of the eyeliner brush to be toward the eye if you're working outwards. And that's basically it. Now I would just add a lot of mascara and go on about my day. Do let me know if this was helpful.